Good morning, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and in today's video we are finally back on the Ducati. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. So ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well, and I hope you are enjoying my 30-day challenge. Today is the first day of being back on the old 1098 since my 2-week holiday. Needless to say, ladies and gents, it is a fucking weird sensation. Would you believe this is the first ride since probably the first week, second week of August maybe? Admittedly, I shouldn't need to remind myself how to ride a bike because it hasn't been that long since I last rode. But it's just a weird sensation that it almost feels like a new thing again, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Needless to say, ladies and gents, I am very, very happy to be back in the saddle. It has been a minute. Well, it feels more like it's been like a year since I last rode, but that's just me being slightly melodramatic. But you know how it is when you've not done something for a while and then you get back into the swing of things. It's like, yeah, baby. That's pretty much where I'm at now. It's been a hell of a long time since I last rode in anger. It's also since I've replaced my lithium ion battery with a better quality battery and also changed my fuel filter. So as you can imagine, I'm quite tentative because I want to see whether or not changing the fuel filter and the new battery is going to have any kind of impact on whether or not the bike is going to stall, or whether she's going to behave herself. I'm hoping she's going to behave herself, but we can only wait and see. I mean, so far we're sitting at 71 degrees engine temperature with 1185 miles on the clock. Bastard, that's my fault. Just goes to show how long it's been since I've ridden. That I managed to stall. More than slightly embarrassing, it must be said. I'll soon get back into the swing of it, don't you worry about that. Over my 2 weeks off, I've kind of decided that instead of getting the bike painted, I'm actually going to go down the route of getting a hydro dipped, because I've recently found out that hydro dipping is about 30% cheaper than getting it painted. And I've spoken to a guy on Instagram. I'll throw a link to his channel, well, not his channel, but his Instagram page in the bottom of the video somewhere. And thanks to that little whoopsie I had about 2 months ago now, getting my cheap fairings hydro dipped is a much cheaper alternative than messing around with getting it painted. Because with hydro dipping, as far as I understand it, it's not a permanent fixture. So if I wanted to, I could peel it all off and start again. But I don't actually know what I want to do in terms of the actual colour scheme. If anyone is aware of how things work in the UK, a vehicle is registered with one particular base colour. In this case, my bike is registered as being black, even though she's got red frame and red wheels. So ideally what I need to do is stick to primarily black, but I am open to suggestions in terms of other colours. As you guys know, that my channel is pretty much predominantly black and red when it comes to things like my channel banner, my logo, my watermark and stuff like that on my videos. And I kind of want to stick with that if I can. So what I'm thinking is, I don't know whether I just want to go plain black hydro dipped carbon, or whether I want to go with hydro dipped carbon with a red tint to it, or I want to go part red, part black carbon. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. So I don't quite know what I'm going to do yet. I don't particularly want to be using my original fairings, purely because they're fucking expensive. So in an ideal world, I'd rather have my cheap Chinese fairings made to look somewhat decent. I'm not too fussed about if they get ruined or whatever, because let's face it, they already are. It would be nice to change things up for next year, especially because the bike has been black with a touch of red for most of its life. Bridge! So it would be nice to change things up a little bit. And like I said, as long as the base remains black, I don't think I'll have a problem. I'm also tempted to get some decent rear sets for the bike instead of those cheap Chinese things that I've had before. Oh, tar. I don't know what brand I'll get. I don't know whether I'll get Litech or Gillies or R&G. I don't know. But that's all stuff that I'm going to do over the winter. Doing it right now is not really an ideal time, financially for me anyway, but we shall see. Another thing that I have done recently, ladies and gents, is I cleaned my brake calipers. And ironically, just by cleaning them, I'm able to brake with one finger. Now I don't know whether that's like a placebo kind of effect or whether it's actually a thing, but I think just by cleaning my calipers I've actually given them some more bite to them. Again, I don't know how true that is or how much that translates into the video, but in a mo I'll show you what I mean. Because normally I'd have to use 2 or 3 fingers, but watch this. One finger. It's been a while since I've been able to do that. Like I said, whether or not that's just a placebo effect, I'm not 100% sure. I just bit my cheek when I said that, and that fucking hurt. But it's definitely improved the braking potential, shall we say. Anyhow, how is everyone enjoying my 30-day challenge? I hope the videos haven't been too boring and too much out of the ordinary, if that makes any sense. Because like I said at the beginning of the 30-day challenge, I wanted to do it in a way that it would challenge my editing skills and my motovlogging skills and my talk to camera skills and all that sort of thing. It'd be great to hear your guys' feedback as to whether or not you think I've actually managed to get anywhere with it and do anything any better. If there's anywhere where you think I could improve, or if there's anything I should be adding or not adding and stuff like that, your guys' feedback is always welcome. I take all criticism as good criticism. There's no sense in getting butthurt over someone's opinion, because at the end of the day, everyone's got one. They're just like arseholes. Everyone's got one, but no one has to hear it. Do you know what I mean? And I have no problem with hearing people's opinions, because without the opinions, the channel doesn't progress. Without the opinions, I do not progress as a motovlogger, and I do not improve as a motovlogger. Because let's face it, there's a lot of things in this world that are far worse than getting criticised for a video or two. Do you know what I mean? And I know it's going to sound really petty, but I'd rather get criticised for a video being bad, or the audio not being great, or the content not being up to scratch, than being told that I can't ride for shit. Do you know what I mean? Oh, excuse me. I mean, like I've said before, everyone has an opinion and you're entitled to it. And I'm the sort of motovlogger stroke channel that loves hearing the comments, seeing where things are at, seeing if I can improve anywhere and stuff like that. Like I've said before in numerous videos, I would rather get criticised for having terrible video quality than audio quality. At the same time, I'd rather be known for good audio and video rather than, you know, lackluster, half-assed, and just generally not putting any effort into it kind of videos, because I'm not like that. If I'm going to do something, I do it properly. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be one of these motovloggers that half-asses everything just because they can. I'm not like that. Oh, out the way, pigeon. I'd rather be a motovlogger that takes on board criticism to help improve the channel and help improve the channel and help improve the quality of the content in the channel, rather than be one of these guys that gets absolutely massively butthurt over stupid shit. For example, I'd rather be known for taking on board any criticism that comes my way which will help improve the channel, rather than being one of these people that goes, ah, no, you don't know what you're talking about, fuck you. Because like I said, I ain't like that. Admittedly, yes, I have been motovlogging for about, well, constantly for the last 3 years. And yes, the channel has had some ups and downs. We have had some good content, we've had some fucking awful content, and we've had somewhere in between content. But I'd like to think that right now my content is slowly getting better, but it is what it is. I'd love to be able to get this front wheel in the air, I really would. I mean, is that just a childish thing, or is that something that people would actually like to see? Would you like to actually see me be able to pull wheelies on this, whether it be either under power or clutching it up or whatever? You know, what would you guys like to see? I know I've asked that question before, but it's always worth asking again, because I'm one of these people that will pull the occasional wheelie. Nothing too mad, you know, possibly, what's this idiot doing? Why are you going so slow? I'm all for having a bit of fun and chucking the front wheel in the air every so often. Ooh, a matte black and red Tesla. Man after my own heart. I'm not really a fan of electric vehicles, and I've said this before in a previous video, but that actually looks rather tasty. I don't know what Tesla model it is, but it's definitely very nice. I do think, however, that electric vehicles need to have some sort of, not necessarily warning feature, but have some kind of sound device which makes it sound like a normal car, because I can't fucking hear that Tesla in front of me, not in the fucking slightest. I can't hear it whirring, I can't hear it accelerating, I can't hear it slowing down. Very nice though. I like the whole black and red concept. Very nice. Not as nice as this old girl though. Well, so far, ladies and gents, first ride after my 2 weeks off, apart from that one accidental stall, which was all me. It definitely wasn't the bike, I know that for a fact. I just didn't give the bike enough revs when I was letting the clutch out. Other than that, I have no real complaints. I'm starting to remember why this bike gets so hot underneath me. Because she's a fucking oven. Welfare Hire Caring Group. Call 0845 600 6670 for all your needs. I could not be a voiceover actor, could I? I really couldn't. Oh, excuse me. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it feels so good to be rolling again. It feels so good to be back in the saddle. And I know it's only been a couple of weeks and it makes me sound really pathetic, but it's just so nice being back on the bike. Like I said, I know it's only been a couple of weeks, but it feels like for that time while I've been off the bike, I've actually lost a limb. I don't know whether any of you guys suffer with the same sort of thing. Hey, puppy! Sorry, I get very gushy when I see dogs, especially puppies. But as I was saying, who else gets really, really lost without being on their bike? I don't know about anyone else, but me personally, if I'm not on my bike or not doing something with my bike, whether it be cleaning it, or fixing it or doing some sort of maintenance on it, I feel slightly lost. But that could just be me, do you know what I mean? But there you go, ladies and gents. That's my first ride in just over 3 weeks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too boring for you, lovely lot. And I hope you got something out of it. But for now, you guys have been awesome. I have been Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the roads, be aware of COVID-19, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adios!